Chapter 1, 1662. Competition for Saintess. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. Time passed quickly. More than 20 days passed again. Before the merit obelisk, Fang Yuan looked at the rankings with his arms behind his back. His position had fallen to 5th already. Initially, he was at the front, but changes started to occur. Gu immortals realized that as long as they looked into this merit obelisk, they would be able to find many options. These options had price tags. One could use their accumulated merits to exchange for them. Immortal materials, immortal goo recipes, immortal killer moves, and even immortal goo house, they were all available. With the merits that Miao Ming Shen and the rest had, they could only exchange for the stuff at the bottom of the list. Those expensive options were like carrots dangling above the donkey. They made these goo immortals very proactive. Competition was getting more intense. Fang Yuan's focus was not that. His only goal was regret goo. Regret goo was very important to Fang Yuan. Even though the items in the merit obelisk were very valuable, they were merely icing on the cake for Fang Yuan. Regret goo could help Fang Yuan gain a qualitative change. But among these rewards, there was neither regret goo nor the exchange of merit obelisk itself. This meant that the rewards listed were not fully comprehensive. Regret goo was not part of the rewards, but that did not mean that regret goo was not inside this paradise. Fang Yuan did not waste his time. He looked for clues and chose specific missions. After using wisdom path methods to deduce, many of his suspicions were lifted. Eventually, his focus was completely on demon suppression regret-crying sea. There were many rumors regarding this sea area. Through Fang Yuan's deductions, there was a high possibility of regret goo being in there. However, even though Fang Yuan knew the location, he could not get close. The mission of punishing the unscrupulous merchant 20 days ago was the closest Fang Yuan had ever gotten to demon suppression, regret-crying sea. But he had tried. After just 30 li away from the island, he could not move closer. How can I get into demon suppression and regret-crying sea? This was a problem that gave Fang Yuan a headache. Paradise Earth's arrangements were too powerful. Fang Yuan could not act freely. His space path attainment was also not impressive. He had tried to use fixed immortal travel earlier, but it could not activate, even with an immortal killer move that Fang Yuan thought of. This meant that once Fang Yuan left the paradise, fixed immortal travel would not allow him to re-enter again. As for these people, Fang Yuan looked at the names of the Gu immortals on the merit board. He squinted. He wanted to keep these people around. On one hand, killing the Gu immortals in this paradise was risky. On the other hand, these Gu immortals were now earning merits and getting rewards. They were like livestock getting fattened. Fang Yuan could slaughter them when everyone went out. It would give him much greater benefits. Thus, not only did Fang Yuan not harm them, he even helped them with more detailed information. Miao Mingshen and the rest were competing more intensely. Especially since mission rewards were observable and limited, everyone could exchange for them. Once someone got something, others could not. Thus, even though they did not try to kill each other, they schemed and purposely gave out false information in increasing frequency. In this situation, the honest and truthful Chu Ying was like an outlier. He became very prominent. Even though Miao Mingshen and the rest did not say anything, they became increasingly friendlier towards Fang Yuan. One change occurred 3 days later. A new mission appeared on the merit obelisk. Head to the sacred city of the mermen, attend the sea god ceremony, and defend the city from the assault of sea beasts. Once this mission appeared, Fang Yuan selected it. The chance I have been waiting for is finally here. Fang Yuan was very excited. The sea god ceremony was unique to the mermen. In this ceremony, males and females would gather and form new families. They would also elect the new Saintess. The Saintess had an incredibly high status in merman society. And Fang Yuan had already gotten crucial information. In this paradise, the Saintess had an incredible role. Every time a new Saintess was elected, their main mission would be to enter demon suppression regret-crying sea, using their singing to soothe the killing intent of the demon and stabilize the sea area. This merit obelisk's missions are meant to benefit the humans and mermen, bringing prosperity to the people and punishing evil while promoting kindness. After the Saintess is elected, she would have to enter Demon Suppression, Regret-Crying Sea by then. A relevant mission might appear. But no matter what, I need to accept this mission and meet the Saintess in advance. After so long, the Sea God ceremony is finally here. Xiaolin pushed open the window of her in-room. The noise of the crowd outside could be heard. Her room was on the second floor. Xiaolin looked down and saw people moving in the streets while closely packed together. All sorts of flags were waving. There were temporary shops selling goo, snacks, and even gambling dens. All of the businesses were doing well. Xiaolin's mood was quickly affected. She became quite happy. Splat. Suddenly, with a soft sound, a pearl landed on Xiaolin's window frame. Xiaolin was dazed before she flushed rapidly. Pearls had a special significance in the Sea God ceremony. It meant a proposal. If someone tossed Xiaolin a pearl, it meant that they liked her and wanted to marry her. Who is it? Xiaolin did not dare to pick up the pearl because that action had deep meaning behind it. She looked down and saw that dozens of men were looking in her direction, tossing the pearls in their hands. Su Yi! Su Yi! I love you! Accept my love, Su Yi! The men tossed their pearls while shouting. Hey, miss! Someone called out to Xiaolin. Xiaolin turned her gaze towards a young man on the street. He was a merman in tattered clothes. He was clearly poor. The merman youngster flushed as he said, Miss, I tossed that pearl to you. I had too little strength. I can't throw it high enough. Can you please toss it back to me? Xiaolin instantly understood. This youngster wanted to toss his pearl to Su Yi, but had too little strength. It ended up going to Xiaolin instead. Lady Su Yi is truly a famous beauty. Her charm is too great. Be it young boys or mature men, they are all in love with her. Xiaolin breathed out slowly. Next, waves splashed as the pearl was lifted from the ground, going into the youngster's hands. Thank you, thank you. The youngster was overjoyed. He tossed the pearl with all his strength. The pearl got higher and higher. It was in the right direction now, but Su Yi frowned as she closed her window. The youngster's pearl landed on the window and fell down. Over a dozen pearls suffered the same fate. But these pearls were different. They were huge and shiny. They were not common. On the street, the men did not disperse after this. They got even more excited. More and more people came to Su Yi's area and wanted to see her beautiful face. Some still had hope and wanted to toss their pearls after all. What if they got lucky? A bunch of commoners with nothing better to do. Su Yi frowned. A pink cloud cushioned her tail as she floated downstairs. She had incredible beauty and arrogance on her face, but the most attractive part were her snow-white scales. Merman scales varied in different colors. White scales were extremely rare. It was considered the purest color and was extremely idolized in the merman society. Two mermaid nannies followed after her as they muttered, These fellows should look at themselves in the mirror. They want to be Lady Su Yi's husband? Simply laughable. Our Lady Su Yi is a contestant for the Saintess position. She would not accept any man's pearl. The merman Saintess was pure and flawless. Once she obtains the position, she would not be able to marry for life. She had to keep her virginity. Once Xiaolin walked out of her room, lowering her head. Sister Su Yi. Little Sister Xiaolin. Su Yi showed a faint smile, hiding the arrogance deeply as she spoke. How was your rest? Have you thought it through? Thank you for the hospitality. Right now, all the inns are fully booked. Without you, I would not have had a place to rest. Xiaolin immediately thanked. A mermaid nanny smiled. It was fate that you met with our Missy. In this vast sea, the meeting of two mermen is not easy. You two are fated to meet. I will say this bluntly. Ordinary mermaids would die to be acquainted with our Missy. Su Yi was not just a white-scaled mermaid. She had a high status and was the doted daughter of a strong tribe leader. Nanny wrong, what are you saying? I met with Xiaolin because we liked each other. Xiaolin, don't have any worries. Go ahead if you have any busy matters. If you follow me to this sea god ceremony, the risks are high. Su Yi walked towards Xiaolin as she held her hand, saying sincerely. Xiaolin was moved. Sister Su Yi, you have helped me too much. Since you want to become the Saintess, I will definitely support you. But I am afraid that I am too weak. There are only 4 follower quotas after all. Su Yi's eyes shined brightly. She held Xiaolin's hands as she said excitedly, Xiaolin, thank you. With your help, I will have a higher chance of becoming the Saintess. Xiaolin had low cultivation level. She was only rank 2, but she had a rank 5 goo worm. Gather oil goo, a top-tier rank 5 goo. Of course, this goo worm had no offensive might, but Su Yi had already found out about the details of the Saintess test. The gather oil goo would be very helpful in one of the rounds.